Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Do you ever feel like you're in a rut? Like every day is the same gray color? You want to change your life. You want to improve your English. But a quiet voice inside holds you back. This story is about that voice, and it shows how to make it disappear. You really can boost your fluency by thinking in English. Today, we will learn English with the power of positive thinking. Before we start, do one small action. Like this video and subscribe. It helps our channel grow. Now, let's talk about a man named Mike. Mike woke up every morning to a loud alarm. The sound felt like a warning. He opened his eyes with a heavy feeling. Another day was starting. His first thought was always negative. I did not sleep well enough. I am already so tired. A heavy weight sat on his chest. His mind was a storm of worries. He worried about his job performance. He worried about the bills he had to pay. He worried about his future. This habit of worrying was exhausting. It stole his energy before the day began. His mornings always felt very dark and cold. Have you ever felt like Mike? The commute to work was no better. On the bus, he looked out the window, but he did not see the city. He saw only his own reflections. He saw his past mistakes. He remembered a mistake from last week. It was a simple error in a report. His boss was not even angry. But Mike played the moment again and again. He felt the same shame each time. His head often ached from the constant thinking. His body felt heavy, without any real energy. He was not looking at the past. He was fearing the future. He imagined difficult meetings. He pictured his boss being unhappy. He felt the anxiety in his stomach. It was a tight, uncomfortable knot. Does this story sound familiar to you? At work, Mike was a ghost. He moved silently through the office. He sat at his desk and did his tasks. But he felt invisible. He wanted to improve his English skills. He knew this was key to his career, but his fear was a powerful enemy. One day, his team had a meeting. They talked about a new project. His boss, a kind woman named Sarah, asked a question. "What are your ideas for this?" Mike had a great idea, a truly creative and useful idea. It formed clearly in his mind. He opened his mouth to speak, but the negative voice screamed inside him. "Your idea is stupid. Your English pronunciation is terrible. You will sound like a child. They will all laugh at you." So Mike closed his mouth. He said nothing. A colleague shared a less interesting idea. Sarah said, "That's a good start." Mike felt a wave of shame. He did not believe in himself. His lack of confidence was a tall wall. It was a wall between him and his dreams. He felt completely powerless. Every evening, Mike came home tired. It was a deep tiredness in his soul. It was not from his work. It was from the battle in his own mind. He fed his mind a daily diet of fear. He turned on the television. He watched stories of problems and disasters. The negative news made his world feel scarier. Then he scrolled through social media on his phone. This was another form of poison. He compared his simple apartment to others' vacations. He compared his quiet life to others' parties. He saw their perfect pictures and filtered smiles. He felt small, lonely, and unlucky. He never read good books. He never listened to inspiring podcasts. He never talked to positive, uplifting people. He was watering the seeds of fear every single day. And those seeds grew into big, dark trees. The branches of these trees were his worries. The leaves blocked all the sunlight from his life. Mike's main dream was simple. He wanted to speak English fluently. He imagined having a real English conversation. He pictured himself speaking with ease. He bought many books on English grammar. They sat on his shelf, collecting dust. He watched videos for listening practice. But his mind would wander. He would start thinking about his problems. He never made any real progress. Why did this constant failure happen? His mind was his biggest enemy. He expected to fail before he even started. When he tried to practice, the voice was there. You will never sound like a native speaker. Your accent is too strong. This is just a waste of time. His thoughts created his reality. And his reality was a lonely cycle of fear. It was a cycle of worry and deep self-doubt. He was trapped in his own mental prison. The walls were built with his own negative thoughts. He needed to find a key. He desperately needed a new English lesson. It was not a lesson about words. It was a lesson about his own mind. This was the world of Mike, a lonely world of gray shadows, and he was desperate for even a little light. What do you think that light could be? One rainy Saturday, Mike was cleaning his small apartment. The rain outside matched his mood inside. He felt trapped and restless. He decided to clean out an old closet. He found a dusty box of forgotten things. Inside, there was a simple-looking blue book. He had never seen it before. He picked it up and read the title, The Power of Positive Thinking. He almost put it back in the box. He thought, this is probably silly. Positive thinking is not for real life. But something made him pause. Maybe it was desperation. Maybe it was just curiosity. He sat down and opened the book. He read the first chapter slowly. It was about believing in yourself. The words were very simple and direct. They were easy to understand. The sentences were short and clear. They felt like a kind friend talking to him. The book felt like a secret key. Each page unlocked a new door in his mind. The words were not just ink on paper. They felt alive with possibility. They spoke of a strength he never knew he had. The book said, confidence is built from the inside. It is not a gift you receive. It is a muscle you build. You build it with practice every single day. This idea was new to Mike. He always thought some people were just born confident. For the first time, he saw a different possibility. Mike felt a small, unfamiliar spark of hope. The book gave him a simple action tip. It was a small step for his English practice, and a big step for his life. The next morning, he stood before the bathroom mirror. This felt very strange and uncomfortable. He avoided looking into his own tired eyes. He felt foolish, but he remembered the book's words. He took a deep breath. He forced himself to look up. He spoke the words out loud. "I believe in myself." His voice was a quiet, shaky whisper. "I am capable." The words felt like a lie. "I can do difficult things." He felt a strong desire to stop, but he finished the exercise. He did it again the next day, and the next day. For the first week, it felt awful. By the second week, it just felt strange. By the third week, the words felt a little less foreign. Slowly, the words started to feel more real. This was his first real step to think in English. He was changing his internal conversation. He was giving his mind new words to practice. Mike made a small choice to act. You can make a small choice too. Press the like button right now. It shows you are on this journey with Mike. He continued reading the book. He read a chapter about a peaceful mind. He realized his mind was always noisy. It was a chaotic place. It was full of anger, stress, and jealousy. The book said, "This noise drains your energy." So, Mike started a new habit. Every day after work, he went for a walk. He went to a quiet park nearby. At first, he did not like it. His mind was still racing with thoughts. But he kept going. He left his phone at home. No noise, no emails, no expectations. He started to notice his surroundings. He saw the details on a tree leaf. He heard the sound of birds singing. He felt the cool air on his skin. He practiced just breathing, in and out. He found moments of pure silence. And in that silence, he found incredible power. His mind started to become calm. This was a new skill for him. It was a skill for his life, and it was a skill for his learning. A calm mind is perfect for speaking practice. It allows you to focus and learn. Mike learned that happiness is a choice. It is not a final destination. He had always been waiting to be happy. I will be happy when I get a promotion. I will be happy when my English is perfect. But that day never, ever came. The book taught him to create happiness now. He started to notice the small joys in his day. The taste of his hot morning coffee. The comfort of his favorite chair. A friendly smile from a stranger on the bus. He bought a small notebook. He started a gratitude journal. Every night, he wrote down 3 good things. Sometimes it was very difficult. On hard days, he wrote simple things. 1. My bed is warm and comfortable. 2. I had enough food to eat today. 3. I am alive and breathing. This small habit changed his entire focus. He stopped focusing only on what was wrong. He started seeing all the things that were right. His practical English improved with this journal. He was learning new English vocabulary for positive feelings. What is one negative thought you want to change? Write it in the comments below. Let's support each other on this path. His energy levels began to change dramatically. He finally understood that energy comes from thoughts. Negative thoughts were like holes in a bucket. They let all of his precious energy drain away. So, he changed his morning thoughts completely. Instead of, "Oh no, another hard day," he said, "Today is a new opportunity for me. I am strong. I am ready for today. I have a purpose and a reason to live today." He also stopped expecting the worst to happen. He learned to expect the best. He had a difficult phone call to make. He needed to resolve a problem with a client. Old Mike would have worried for days. He would have imagined a terrible outcome. New Mike tried something different. Before he dialed the number, his palms were sweating. His heart was beating like a drum. He almost decided to wait until tomorrow, but he remembered his new promise to himself. He took a deep breath. He expected a good result. The call was over in 5 minutes. The client was happy and understanding. Mike hung up the phone. He felt a huge wave of relief. This small victory felt like winning a championship. It showed him that his mindset had real power. He became a magnet for good things. His creativity at work started to flow. His eyes started to see new opportunities. He no longer saw only problems. His journey to improve your English was changing. It was now linked to his journey of self-improvement. Mike was no longer just surviving each day. He was starting to truly live. The shadows in his mind were fading, and a warm light was getting brighter and brighter. Months passed. The man in the mirror was a different person. Mike still had challenges in his life. Life was not suddenly perfect, but he was not the same person who faced them. The constant storm in his mind was gone. It was replaced by a calm, clear sea. He learned how to stay calm in every situation. He understood he could not control the world. He could not control other people, but he could always control his response. This was his new secret power. It was a quiet, unshakable inner strength. His new morning routine was a source of joy. He woke up before his alarm clock. He felt a sense of peace instead of dread. He would sit by the window for a few minutes. He watched the sun rise. He felt grateful for a new day. His mirror exercise was now powerful. He looked himself in the eye with kindness. He said the words with real conviction. "I believe in myself. I am capable. I can do difficult things." The words now felt like the absolute truth. One day, there was a very important meeting at work. The company's biggest client was visiting. His boss, Sarah, needed someone to present a new project. The entire presentation had to be in English. The room was filled with nervous energy. Old Mike would have hidden in his chair. He would have stared at the table. He would have prayed not to be chosen. But this was the new Mike. He felt the fear rise in his chest. Yes, fear was still there sometimes, but it was no longer his master. He remembered the book's powerful lesson. Courage is simply action, despite fear. He thought about his small wins. He remembered the successful phone call. He remembered his daily progress. So, he took a deep breath and raised his hand. Sarah smiled. "Thank you, Mike. The floor is yours." As he walked to the front of the room, he smiled. He remembered his morning words. I am capable. I can do difficult things. He began his presentation. His voice was calm and steady. His English was clear and confident. For a brief second, he saw a client frown. The old fear tried to grab him. His throat felt a little tight, but he did not panic. He took a silent, deep breath. He remembered his morning words. I am strong. I am capable. The feeling of fear passed like a cloud. He continued his presentation with a calm smile. He used phrasal verbs and English collocations naturally. His consistent shadowing practice English had paid off. He was not just speaking words from a script. He was sharing his passion for the project. He was connecting with the people in the room. He was confident, not because he was perfect, but because he truly believed in himself. He was a native speaker of his own positive thoughts, and his thoughts were now powerful and constructive. Everyone in the room listened intently. They saw his confidence. They felt his positive energy. After the presentation, the client was very impressed. His boss praised him in front of everyone. His colleagues congratulated him with real smiles. It was a huge, undeniable success. This was a moment he once thought was impossible. His skills to speak English had unlocked a new door. His daily English conversations at work became easier. People started asking for his opinion. He was no longer a ghost in the office. Mike's journey shows that change is possible. If you want more stories and lessons, subscribe to our channel. Become part of our growing community. Mike also found a deeper, more profound sense of peace. He learned to trust a power greater than himself. He called it the universe. He stopped carrying all the weight of the world alone. He understood that he was not alone. This trust helped him to let go of control. One day, a project had an unexpected problem. Old Mike would have panicked. He would have worried for days and nights. New Mike took a different approach. He assessed the situation calmly. He did his best to fix what he could. Then he let go of the outcome. He trusted that things would work out, and they did. This new trust was the foundation of his peace. Every night, before sleeping, he practiced connection. He would whisper 3 simple things. Thank you for today. Forgive me for my mistakes. Please guide me tomorrow. This simple practice was not about religion. It was about releasing his burdens. It was about connecting to a sense of peace. It gave his heart strength. It helped him sleep deeply without worry. His English listening practice even improved, because his mind was calm and incredibly focused. He was building the essential skills for fluency. He even reconnected with old friends. He now had positive energy to share. His relationships became stronger. His inner change created a better outer world. Mike's story is not just a story. It is a mirror. It shows what is possible for you. You have the power to change your thoughts. You can stop feeding your mind with daily fear. You can break the powerful habit of worrying. You can build unshakable confidence from the inside. You can create your own happiness every single day. You can fill your life with amazing energy. You can learn how to speak English with true confidence. Your mind is a beautiful garden. You can choose what you plant in it. You can plant the seeds of fear and doubt, or you can plant the seeds of faith and courage. The choice is always, always yours. Your thoughts will shape your life. And your life can be beautiful. It can be full of light and real purpose. Your English can be unshackled. And this is English Unshackled.